let's get the ball rolling. I don't know what's gonna happen. I haven't done one of these in so long, so I might get pretty lost. It might be really funny. So I hope this will be entertaining for you. So let's start and keep talking. So what else have I been up to that I can kind of talk about? Sometimes I get like 10 hours of sleep and I'm still tired, and then I know exactly. No, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I think it has to come down to how tired I am when I'm going to sleep. That's usually the problem, is that I just lay down and I'm just like, I'm supposed to sleep now. Like, that's what I'm supposed to do. And I'm angry. I'm not happy. So my oh, look at that. I like how the sword, let me see that again. Did you see how the sword spawns? That's so weird. That's the first time I ever realized that, when there's like a vanilla sword like that. That's so weird. Because usually what happens is when you play the game normally, you have to drop down over here. And so you kind of come in and then you grab the sword. So coming in from that door is different in the regular game. And so that's why I guess the game is like weird when it doesn't understand what's happening. Alright, let's go do Friend of Escape. Okay. I'm very happy with these items. Oh, dang. What did I say dang about? I said something 5 seconds ago and I don't remember what earned a dang. I really need to be better about that as a streamer. That sometimes if I don't see a full sentence, I don't know what they're referring to. And I need to be better about that. But yeah, I haven't done this in like a week and a half. Oh, the sword sliding down? Yeah, that was definitely awkward. Because we're doing a randomizer, usually 90% of the time a sword is not in that location. I was gonna do the skip chest thing, but I'm not supposed to, so I'm doing a rando. So I watched this movie last night. My family likes to subscribe to like a lot of movie festivals, and Stony Brook has an online one because of COVID, and so we pay like, I don't know, $50, $60, and you get like 15 movies or something. Oh, look at that. Yeah. And we watched a movie last night that was pretty funny. So I need to do a better job explaining this movie. I kind of did a terrible job. So keep in mind that it is a comedy when I explain to you the premise of this movie. You watch a couple go to a to a hospital to get like some lab results, and unfortunately, one of them needs a new kidney. And the claim is that she probably got it from her migraine medicine. And, he was like, very upset about the whole situation because, it's your wife. And it's like, they don't explain those things, so isn't it the doctor's fault? Whatever. And she's like, I need a new kidney. And she kind of, gingerly exclaims, like, we are the same blood type. And he doesn't react properly. And like I said, keep in mind that this is a comedy, like not 100% of the people are doing the... I just realized that I came down here without a bomb, and that was a mistake. And I'm not getting one. Yeah, he's only magic. And he didn't react properly. He definitely was like what are the risks in that? That'd be terrible for both of us, get messed up because of this, and you don't even take the liver, you'd have to get a kidney. And he doesn't react properly. And so she's like, fine, if you don't want to give me a kidney, we'll have to, figure it out. I have a couple weeks to figure it out, and stuff like that. And like I said, it's a comedy, so I'm not doing it justice because you have to kind of see the interaction to understand how silly of a conversation it was. But it was a very funny movie. At the end of the day, I usually am surprised if they're going to be good or not, but that was actually a pretty good movie. It was called something in Side Effects. Shit, I already forgot the name of the movie. But it was like an indie movie. So it'd probably be hard to find. Something in Side Effects. Well, the end of the movie, besides this, you know, a lot of... What's the right word? A lot of stress and trying to figure out how they're going to get the kidney or whatever. They figure out that oh, I finally got my bombs now. That it was a mess up. That she didn't actually need a kidney. That she had switched with somebody else. I get hit stabbed twice there. So lame. And she tells him that it was actually your lab results. So now the husband feels so guilty. He's like, and of course, you know, when they were explaining the situation, and she was like, if the shoe was on the other foot, I would give my kidney to you, no problem. And he's just like, I just need to think about it. It's very stressful. It's this and this, and my company, you know, needs me. You know, he kind of was thinking a very lame excuse, whatever. Which I think is completely reasonable to just, you know, take a break and think for a second. But at the same time, you're going to give your wife or husband a kidney, of course. But at the end of the day. So now that she explains it was, you just imagine the husband. I'm just imagining the husband being a dude like Peter Griffin. Exactly. No, that's exactly what happened. It definitely felt like... Oh, I didn't mean to throw that bomb. But it definitely had that exact experience. Of it felt like you were talking to Peter Griffin. Exactly. And he's like not 100% wrong of like saying, let me just, you know, just understand the whole situation and like stop and think about it. And he probably was going to come to the correct decision eventually. But because he didn't jump to the right conclusion, she kind of held him under her thumb in a sense. So we're now at the 3/4 mark of the movie. And she explains it's him now. The lab results messed up, and you're the one that needs the kidney. And so now, what would Peter Griffin feel like in this situation, right? 100% guilty, you know? Of course she's gonna do it for him, and he's just like, he's just like sitting on the couch, like he feels so sick now, right? He has this news that he has a bad kidney, and like he doesn't want to go to work. He's acting like a big baby, and I'll be honest, Skater, I'm also a pretty big baby when I get sick too. So I totally get that. But he's just like so depressed, not only about, you know, the emotional situation that he just kind of put himself in, but now realizing he's going to need a kidney. And guess what? We kind of actually predicted it. The family did, I should say, not me. But she messed with him. He actually wasn't sick. It was switched with somebody else. So she just got back at him. for not giving the kidney up. Yeah, but it was like almost deserved in a sense. All right, I'm gonna like farm this bomb, but like the whole, I get, you know what? I'm probably still doing the movie just not enough justice when it comes to it, but I found it very funny. Alright, we have enough money now, so we can just buy bombs, and I don't have to sit here and farm them. But yeah. Well, she also was like, it is funny? Oh, okay. You know what? If there's a way you could find the movie online, I would recommend it. It definitely is probably one of those like low-budget indie movies that you have to watch like a film festival, because they won't get like a huge release out of it. But there were a lot of funny parts, and he definitely had that Peter Griffin-ish. Oh, that's unfortunate that I got money. Actually, no, that's fortunate that I got money. Now it's not so terrible that I wasted the 100 rupees on the bombs. But no, she got him back real good. So. But usually when I go into movies, especially if they're foreign, they're usually very artsy, and I'm usually like, unless they're like on point and I'm enjoying it, I'm usually not having a good time. So I was very happy and very surprised to see a very classic comedy, I guess is the best word. But I'm always usually a little concerned when, especially like a film festival, they're usually pretty artsy also. But it was very funny. Hey Kai, how's it going? Good morning to you. How are you? What is a good? It is 10:17 a.m. and I am streaming. I have never streamed this early. I've never done it. There was a point where I was doing afternoon streams around like 1, 2 o'clock, and they were not doing that well, viewer-wise. And I'm not even that concerned about viewers really too much anymore, especially since I'm doing Link to the Past these days. But, oh, that's a good find. That's a good find. We got boots. But it definitely was like affecting me. And then the later I was streaming, the more people I was getting. And then I was saying to myself, maybe I should just be a night streamer. Oh, what am I doing? I gotta find the rat. I forgot what I'm doing. I forgot what room I was in. Yes! Oh, we got lucky. You're at work, but you want to say hello? Well, I appreciate it. Where do you work again? Remind me. What kind of job? What kind of job does Kaisuke have? Because I don't remember. But I appreciate it. If you could just lurk, or you just want to chill for the little bit, that's cool too. So I appreciate you popping in. I should have known that was a map. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh well. That was a waste of time. Have either of you guys watched Schitt's Creek? That's just kind of more on my mind since I was just watching it actually this morning before I started stream. We watched an episode. It's a very funny show. Well, that sucks. You're a manager of a fabric store. You never seen it before? You know, I'm always like a little like wary about like giving recommendations because everyone's Netflix queue or whatever, you know, there's more streaming sites these days, but everyone just seems to have a log of things to watch. But you know what? If you wanted to watch another comedy, I would recommend it. It's a pretty funny show. I think that they're very clever. Retail is not fancy? Sure it is. I'll give you fancy, Kai. Look at that guy just dipping like that. What have I watched movie-wise? It's really a good question. Because I feel like I've watched other things besides this one. I used to keep a list. You got a giant list of anime to watch? Yeah. That's kind of how it goes sometimes. I totally get that. No. I never worked in retail, to be fair. I've worked at a movie theater. That was my thing. And working at a movie theater was definitely eye-opening in the same sense of like retail or something, of learning how people suck. I never understood this concept. I did not realize people were just awful. But they are. But getting free movies was pretty good. I mean, I got dirt poor minimum wage, as probably most people did. Not a manager like yourself, Kai, but I did when I was working at the movie theater. And I definitely saw the additive bonus of just taking advantage of you know what I should have done? I should have went up the mountain. That's what I should have done. Side hook. Actually, let's do this. See how out of shape I am? Oh my goodness, I like forgot how to play this game. It's nice that we got 3 crystals. But that was like my biggest experience that I have to go with when it comes to working at the movie theater. It's just like people would show up, you know, 5 minutes before the movie and they expect us to, you know, sell them tickets. Give them popcorn and... Okay, I'm sick. I got lucky with that one. I'll do bottle as well as activate my flute now. You know, they would show up 5 minutes before and expect all these things to happen, and they gave us shit for it. They're like, what the hell? I don't understand. I'm going to be late for my movie. And I didn't understand that. I didn't understand why it was my fault and being treated like crap for being a minimum wage worker. Depends. It definitely was similar. No, you're not wrong. I guess when I think of retail, I think of the person trying to kind of hustle for the sale a little bit, and I didn't have to do that. Everyone was at the movie theater already buying the tickets and already deciding what popcorn or soda they wanted. So it wasn't like there was a chance for them to walk away. That's always my... Oh, wait, I don't want to do that. I want to go talk to Sick Kid. So that's... I don't know why. But it definitely is a selling thing, so I guess you're right. There was a lot of similarities. What else was I gonna say? See, I don't get that. There is a way to dash at the bird and it grabs you, and I never practiced it. So I was trying it out. It did not work out. Hey Soma, how's it going? Guys, if you did not know, my buddy Soma, my man from the east side of Long Island, has just started streaming. He is running Mega Man, I believe? Which one? Remind me. And he has joined the fantastic and will learn the hardships of speedrunning himself. So go give him a follow if you're interested. Yeah. How are you? I don't remember which... It was one of the later ones, from my memory. But I've been good. I actually haven't streamed in a while, so this is actually kind of the lazy man remembering how to do this. How was your... Have you had one stream now, or have you had 2? Have you done the double dip stream? Dude, I was... You know, I saw the chat on my phone of you starting your stream. And then I was actually kind of annoyed that I missed the first one because I like fell asleep like an old man at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, something like that. So I missed it, and I was upset. I was the first time you ever played Melee? Is that true? You're not the first person to tell me a story like that, but obviously that was more impactful. Yeah, that was pretty impactful for you. That's crazy. I never realized that was like your first tournament. I don't remember the day that well. For glory, those were the days. Shout out to Face for really running the gambit of like 3 or 4 different tournament places. Shoutouts to Face. That's crazy though. No, I don't think you've ever told me that story, Soma. I think the only time I don't mean to sound disrespectful or actually like recognized your name myself was when I went to the East tournaments. Or like I just knew of the name but I never put a face to it yet, in a sense. You had 2 streams and honestly both have been gone awesome. I got like a 24 followers already and have a great survival mode in SOR 4. Thanks for asking. SOR4. Shit, I do not know what SOR4 is. Survival of Requiem. That must have been it. I just made the game. There it is. Survival of Requiem. Go check it out. You're gonna say something and I'll be like, oh, of course that's what it is. Oh, Streets of Rage. It's a fighting game, right? I don't know it that well. I know King of Fighters pretty well. Oh, you're blocking me, son of a bitch. Okay, it's just 20 rupees. They have new DLC with a randomized survival mode, so it's fun. Oh, it's like a beat 'em up, right? Like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking like Smash Brothers or a Street Fighter fighter, but that's right. It's a beat 'em up. Okay, I know what we're talking about. That's pretty cool. Oh, you know what I actually wanted to mention to you? Because I looked over to see. Actually, it's fast enough, Lou. To kind of like pop in to see how your stream layout was and stuff, and you didn't have your past broadcasts on saved. I don't know why it's not on by default. I guess it's like a memory thing in a sense, but you should, when you get a chance, you should pop into Twitch and look into your like channel settings, and you have to click on a button to say save past broadcasts. Where am I going? Alright, let's just go do this. I always like to get this one check out of the way. I know a lot of people like to leave it for last, but I hate it so much. It's a beat 'em up. It's awesome. Definitely gonna get into Mega Man X1 speeds next. Have you used live splits before? That's actually what I'm using right now. Yeah. And if you do have Amazon Prime and you connect it, it won't just be a week, it'll be a month, I think. I think you get a month of past broadcasts. But that's great. I'm glad to hear that they went solid. Oh, that's actually really important. Let me save and quit. Alright, so here are my options. By the way, Soma, we are doing what's called a randomizer. Have you ever seen a randomizer before? Do you know what a randomizer is? Okay, you don't know about live splits? If you are like free later this afternoon or tonight, I can show you I'll give you like a little mini tutorial about how those work. It's not that bad. There's a couple things I think that are like really like you gotta know what to do in order to fix it, but otherwise I could show you how to do things. So, for those that don't know, a randomizer is I've taken the game Link to the Past and I've modified all these locations. So normally when you go over here, this guy has a bottle. He's not going to have a bottle because I randomized it. I took all the locations, every item in the game, every map, compass, small key are mixed up in the dungeons, but any of the key items are everywhere. I think you've seen some randomized, but not Link to the Past, so this is dope. Oh, that's cool. So usually he gives a bottle, but he can give me my Moon Pearl, for example. So Moon Pearl is usually an item you would find in Hera, which is the dungeon at the very top, this one. And this is a very important early item to get, is the Moon Pearl. Because now I have, yeah. So that's really good that we did that. And that's kind of what happens, is you have to play this game of where are all the locations, or where is a good amount of them, so I can do as many as I can. And as I get new items, such as Hookshot, or Hammer is going to be very important, I have new locations to check. And so it kind of is like a puzzle. I have to like figure out where everything is supposed to be. Now, what's important is that the program that I use doesn't put something behind something I can't ever get to. So all the games are completable. It's not possible for the hammer to be that hammer locked in a sense that it's impossible to get to. Yeah, no, of course. No problem. No, honestly, ask me any questions you want about streaming. I'd love to help people out. And the biggest thing I always tell people is don't be too worried about it being a not don't be too worried about not streaming, being like, "Oh, I got to get this done correctly. Oh, I didn't set up my layout this way. I was going to do that." Don't get in your head about that. Actually, I have a flipper so I can skip that. Just if you feel that you can press the live button and go, the people will come. As long as they can hear you and they can see the gameplay, they're going to be happy. I promise you. Something you don't have to answer if you want, but deciding whether you're going to use a webcam or not is honestly not as big of a deal as you think. So if you feel more comfortable not using a webcam, I actually did not use a webcam for about 3 months before I said to myself, I think it's time that I try to use the webcam. So if that's something of a concern to you, don't worry about it. People will come anyway, I promise you. So do we do Eastern or do we do Aga? That is the question at the moment. I'm trying to think, what else do I have? Oh, you know what? All right, hold on. I forgot about this location. I thought of it and then I forgot again. So let me just go to Sank and do these bonk rocks since I have boots. I think I'm gonna go to Eastern though. Good. Yeah. Ask any questions you need. The first things I guess I usually tell people when they're streaming is just be yourself as much as possible. Some people try to emulate what other people do and stuff, and as long as you feel comfortable doing that and you don't feel like you're overstretching, try it. But you'd be surprised of if you just be yourself, it'll come natural. You're gonna hear me stumble over my words, and I'm just gonna like ignore it or something and just continue. You know, something like that. If I speak poorly about something. No, if you are definitely in a position where it doesn't matter if you're like, I don't care that much about the webcam. I know a lot of other people have anxiety about it. And sometimes it doesn't happen on the first stream, it happens later on. And they're just like, you know what? I just don't feel pretty today, in a sense. And trust me, guys do that too. I do that too. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I don't really feel like having a webcam. And now you have that like kind of anxiety of maybe I shouldn't be streaming, and then you don't stream that night. And I know some people experiment also with putting webcam on, webcam off on days that they don't feel like webcamming as well. So you can mix it up, but no, I definitely agree that in general, the person with the webcam is going to get more views than the person without the webcam. But there are a ton of people that do very, very well without a webcam. So do not think that that is a must requirement. And that's something I try to tell people early on of if you think it's going to be something to worry about, don't do it. Don't do it at all. Don't worry about it. It's not something to worry about. Right now, the most important thing you can do is just keep streaming. I can't believe the hammer was there. I made the right decision. You feel like when I eventually stream some tourney runs of Melee net play, I might turn cam off to focus more. I guess it comes down to, are you concerned that you're going to make like facial reactions that, yeah, there's some form of insecurity, I guess is the right way. I don't know how Melee net play would make a difference in my mind, but maybe it would. So I'd have to think about it more. But maybe that is it. Maybe if you enter like a local tournament, you don't want to you want to not have your webcam on. Oh. So we just got the hammer, which is probably one of the most important items in the game. You need the hammer to beat a randomizer, and the hammer lets you get access to all these dark portals. So What you're trying to do in the very beginning is get 3 items. You want to get gloves, a hammer, and the moon pearl. So that way I have dark world access, because there's more locations in the dark world than there are in the light world. Like just like in the overworld besides the dungeons. And we already have the level 4 sword. Okay. Everything is going to die so fast right now. And so that's kind of like your first thing to go for. Because the dungeons that were in the light world, for example, Eastern that I was just in, I can't finish without the bow. Desert I didn't have access to in the light world, not in the dark world, but in the light world there was a dungeon, Desert, and I needed a book or like more items to get in. And then Hera I couldn't even get to. So that means that I needed that hammer to do dark world stuff. So now when I get the bow and when I get my book to get into Desert or, you know, get up here, then I'll be able to get those. So for my access to the light world dungeons, I needed to go to the dark world first. So yeah, that was a very clutch hammer pull. And it could have been questionable because there could have been another way that I could get dark world access. So when you play the game normally, what you do is you grab the 3 pendants in the light world. You go get the master sword and you beat Aga. Therefore, you don't technically need the hammer for dark world access. Does that make sense? I don't know. I feel like I'm just spitting a lot of information and you're kind of just like, let me just enjoy the ride. I don't know what's going on that well, but that is what you're thinking about when you're playing in the beginning. You're like, I want to get dark world access. How am I going to get that? And there are a few options. And I kind of last checked the hammer. There really weren't many other places for me to look after that, so it kind of was like a last ditch effort. And I'm kind of glad that it ended up being where it was. Alright, we don't need that. We have a lot of... Alright, so we're going to save and quit because there's a big dark green rock in the way. And I need to use a different portal to get to the top left side. Because I don't have a mirror. So we're going to go over here now. But basically my mind is just like, alright, with the items I have, where is the most dense area of items to get the bow or to get the mirror? The mirror is like the main thing I'm thinking to myself that I want because I know where my second pair of gloves are and I need the mirror for it. So that's the first thing I'm thinking about right now, is getting my mirror. So once I get the mirror, I get Titan's Mitts, and Titan's Mitts allows me to go to other locations that I need to do and not go around like I'm doing right now. So hopefully... Oh, wait, why didn't it do its thing? That was weird. Anyway, hopefully I just spit a lot of information and some of it makes sense. Alright, so let's do this. Well, it's nice that Turtle Rock is pendant. That's the last dungeon in this top right corner, and I usually try not to do it. It's just a pain in the butt of a dungeon. It's actually one of the worst dungeons, because everything hits so hard. For being the last dungeon, it makes sense. Skull Woods was red. Okay. Okay, so we don't have Fire Rod, so it's not worth going up to the top left corner. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go into Thieves Town and finish it. So, besides the items being randomized, all the dungeons are randomized also. So, in the normal game, the 3 pendant dungeons are the light world dungeons, and then the 7 crystals are the dark world. Yeah, hey, how's it going, Bogers? How are you? Yeah, I am doing a morning stream. Now, to beat the game, or this game I should say, the rando, I don't need the pendants. It's not that important. I need the 7 crystals to open up Ganon's tower and then beat Ganon. So if I could, I'd like to skip the pendants if I can. So that's like something I try to have in the back of my mind. But since I really don't have many more locations to check for this mirror, I'm probably going to do this green pendant dungeon because there is one particular pendant that kind of is important sometimes, where if you show... it basically adds one more location. So that's what we're gonna do. You're helping a friend move today, so I can't stick around for long. All good, all good. Well, I appreciate you hanging out for when you can. Hope the runs go well. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. By the way, we're listening to Kirby Superstar music, if you guys couldn't figure that out, that this is not Zelda music. What I have is called a music pack that I actually can modify the game files. So anytime I enter a new dungeon or I go to the overworld, it puts on Kirby music, and it's amazing. Yeah, thank you. Definitely a Cat Jam. Wait, I don't have Cat Jam in mine? That's kind of awkward. I should have Cat Jam. I apologize, Bogers. If anyone is interested in Dead by Daylight, King of Bogers is also a streamer, and he is very, very good at the game. So I would recommend giving him a follow as well. Oh, you see it? I can't see it. That's interesting. Wait, why can't I see it? That's awkward. Okay. Well, I guess as long as you can see it, then that's all that matters. That's funny. Huh. So what I did was I added what's called a dock into my OBS, and that is why I don't see it, I guess. Because I'm actually looking at chat through my OBS. And I didn't know that would be a problem. No. Stabby, stabby. That I can see. See, I can see that one. I can see September's. No, of course, of course. Always shout out the homies when I can. How have your streams been going, Bogers? That happens to yours too. Oh, I missed. Okay, it's cool. I appreciate the lyric. They've been fun, a lot more Team Fortress 2. The DVD lately, the work has been killing me, so I haven't. Oh, ouch. Sorry to hear that. Wow, I have no bombs. Let's get that bomb. Oh, give me that bomb. I want that bomb. Honestly, it's impressive how there's still like a strong community for that game, or clearly not as strong as when the game originally came out, but that you can still get games. It's just like one of those things that just doesn't die. Kind of like Halo, that people would still play Halo 2, Halo 3 these days, if they could. Unless that someone makes like a shitty multiplayer game like the Halo Master, whatever they call it. Master Chief Collection? That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, honestly it is. It's very impressive that a game like that still exists. I had a few friends that played that took it pretty seriously. Alright, let's see how we do against blinds. This music's nice. Usually you don't want to spin there. I let go of the button too early. It's unfortunate. Wow. Both of those fireballs were pretty unlucky. I don't think I did too much wrong to get that. Alright, we got the green pendant and we got the powder, which is nice. So, might have been a little bit of an impulsive move to jump in here, but what other options do I have right now? Could go to pod, but I still don't have bow. See, this is just a demonstration of... I really haven't played this game in so long. You know what? God, get away from me. I don't remember if I did all this stuff, so let me make sure. Okay, I did blow that off. Did I do this one? I think I did. I think I was looking for mirror, so I did these first, but I'll spend another 30 rupees if I have it. I do. I didn't do that, see? That was new. Okay, I'm glad I did that. I feel better now. I guess I could have just looked at my map. Yeah, everything looks good there. Let's jump into Skullwoods. Skullwoods, for some reason, has waited to have a better chance of better items. There's no exact explanation for it. It just happens sometimes, so we'll do that. We're still looking for mirror. Mirror is definitely the main thing we're looking for. It's funny as I practiced that section of running and I did that terribly. Yeah, good statue. What are you doing here? Get out of here. Ooh, that lag. Okay. Oh wait, where's the hands? Come to me. Bring me back to the beginning. I think a big part of staying alive is the economy. You know, I never played a shooter game that had economy like Counter-Strike in that. It's pretty crazy to think about. And if we're talking about the same thing, of course, of how, like, you know, you kind of like purchase stuff in Valorant and try to figure out whether you want shield or not. Olivia, how are you? Thank you so much for hanging out. We're doing a rando today because I have not streamed in such a long time. And I just want to I want to feel more comfortable streaming again before I start doing runs again. I haven't done like a run in like a week. Oh, I appreciate the lurk. Thank you so much. It's a lot of small keys. I would ask once you return from not lurking, how have your runs been going? There are items in TF2 that are worth over 10,000. That sounds expensive. That's really good that we got that. Alright, now that I have a red cane, what does that mean? It's definitely a clutch item to get. Still looking for my mirror, though. I don't have big key, right? No. Okay, so we got red cane. Are we saving and quitting? I think pod is the correct play. Don't have bow. So Magic Bat is now in play, but that's, you know what, let's, oh, I want to go the other place to do that. Some that you can still obtain through the game legitimately today. Oh, okay. Well, does it work like similar to a Valorant or a Counter-Strike where you're buying things between rounds? That kind of like economy? Or is there a different kind of economy and I don't know what I'm talking about? That's the real question. Also, why am I not fluting? I've never done that. I broke it. Okay, I fixed it. I've never clinked off of something and forced a screen transition like that. That was pretty funny. Alright, so let's get this out of the way and then I'll make my way to that right side. The only other thing I'm kind of concerned about is Hera, but I really don't want to climb Hera again for only like 3 or 4 locations. I kind of was hoping to find my mirror down here. Or book. No, there's a trading system between players, mostly for hats and cosmetics, but there's also a weapon that count kills that can be pricey. Thank God we went here for the mirror. Okay, good. So that means we had to go into Thieves Town, which was Green Pendant. So what I did was not in vain anymore, which is really good. That's a pretty dirty place for a mirror. Alright, so we're gonna go get our Titansmiths, like I said. It's very important to get that early. You know what? I'm going to... Do I do K45 since I'm right here? I gotta call it South Grove. I gotta stop calling it K45. Actually, wait, do we do Swamp? Maybe we just do Swamp. Alright, let's do K45 first, and then I'll do Swamp. I don't see why I can't do Swamp. I have... Flippers is always the thing I always forget about. Yeah, I think we're gonna do Swamp. That's the right play now, that I have Mirror. Wow, that changed like everything that I got Mirror. I was really worried about Mirror. I'm very happy we got it now. Also, external websites can sell your items for money and then the Steam market. Well, are you supposed to do that though? I'm always like concerned about outside website purchasings like that. At least I hear about bad things when it comes to like World of Warcraft or something, whether you're allowed to do that or not. It's kind of messed up, but at the same time, you know, hey, money's money, so I probably would do it if I had something very expensive that I could sell. Nope, don't take my shield. You know, the lack of shield that I have. It's pretty funny. I got a lot of weird follows off stream. Like a lot of names I don't know. Like one of your friends, Selma, had mentioned that they were gonna follow me, so I figured that was Trevor, but it's just weird sometimes. Yeah, I don't know the Manolia people. Valve actually allows it. Oh, Valve, excuse me. Valve actually allows it. Interesting. I was trying to do a new strat to get that, like, perfect swim so I can kind of dash through it, and I didn't get it. I need to practice that. Yo, listen to this water music of Kirby Superstar. I love this song. Bum-ba-dum. Bum-ba-dum. I'm ruining the music by attempting to sing with it. I apologize. Oh, there's a lot of scammers out there? Oh no. And that's definitely not something Valve is going to police or anything. So, interesting. Like, what kind of site, like, do you have to sell your Steam account, essentially, in order to purchase something? Oh, well, you said it has a trading system, so I guess you do, like, an outside trade, and then the person sends it to you, I guess is what you're trying to tell me. Yeah, that sounds very sketchy. I don't know. When it comes to games, I'm not that big on cosmetics, and I still think it's absolutely insane to me how people really spend a lot of money on cosmetics. Like, I still don't understand why it's such a big thing for people. Like when I just see people spending hundreds of dollars, I'm just like, wouldn't you rather just bought a whole new game than look pretty? I don't know. Did I just call somebody out? Did someone spend a... Boogers, how much money have you spent on Dead by Daylight? I'm calling you out now. No, it's not really a call out, though. How much have you spent on cosmetics? I'm curious. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to. Oh, no! Oh, no. I may have exposed him. Well, that's why I asked you about DBD. You could have kept quiet about the, you could have kept a shush about the TF2. You didn't have to say that. You could have just answered the question directly. Been like, no, I don't spend anything on DBD. Please don't ask me about any other games. So that's a pretty cool glitch where I kind of like smush myself between the red block and that, what do you want to call that, a railing. And by doing that, I kind of like short hop down to the water. And by doing that, and I'm like kind of like swimming on the bottom, you're able to walk through that door. So that's a pretty cool glitch called Deep Diver. I'm going to do it one more time. I should have mentioned it while I was doing it. I was too busy roasting Boogers like a terrible friend. Go like and subscribe or follow and subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. But like you put like 1,000,000 hours into the game, right? So I'm sure it's very justified how much time you put on. Yeah. Aid Boger's wallet of buying more TF2 to complete his collection. I want to see like a screen where like you have the new cosmetic and you'd be like, this is thanks to, and you just like list all the people that have subscribed over that last last week or month or something. It's like, this is because of you. I was able to get this pretty cool skin. Zap. Kind of like how people have like the thank you for the Patreons. You just have one for your cosmetics. All right, we're gonna do it again. So what I do is I lean up against this railing here, and I place the block like this. So you see how there's like that little bit of gap? When I jump in the water, I'm gonna hold down right and then right, and it kind of like allows me to climb the ladder back out on like the right side. Because if I just held down, I would come out straight. But by doing this movement, I kind of... I messed it up as I was talking. Oh no! I messed that up. Alright, let's start over. Line up with the railing, push that like that. Down, right. And you see how I kind of like am leaning here? And I'm also on this really perfect pixel that when I charge my sword... Oh. Interesting. You have to do that first. Alright, hold on. Oh, because I wasn't holding upright. I'm a dummy. You hold upright as you charge the sword, and that allows you to... Oh, we got bow. That's really good. That allows you to kind of get yourself, wedge yourself in there and jump down into the water. I've seen people do that on... Really? They say thank you for the cosmetic? Wait, I'm not original? Why would you tell me this? Oh no. I thought I was the first person to ever think of it, ever conceive the idea, Bogers. I'm not that original. Alright, we gotta do it one more time to get back down here. Hold up right, and now I'm here. Perfect. A bit sad. Shovel? I don't want a shovel. That means I have to go into another location. Well, definitely doing shovel later. The bow is really good, because now we can go back and finish both Pod and Eastern, which are two temples that are crystals, so that's definitely the first thing we're going to do. And we're going to turn in that green pendant that I got from Thieves Town, so that was really good. Oh, why don't you have the hook shot out? Genius. Oh, wow. I got. Oh my god. There it is. Yeah. I took out the ice rod and then I got lazy and I didn't do it. Alright, so we're gonna go get our Titansmiths. And then we're just gonna go fly over to do Pod and Eastern. Because in the Dark World, Light World, they're like in the same location. So we can kind of combine them to do the same thing. I don't want a mirror. You know what we could do if we really wanted to? I guess we could do it after. Yeah, we'll just do it after. What I was thinking to myself is there are some quick locations to check. Oh, can I do ice? Oh, maybe we should do ice first. I think that, like, Fire Rod is, like, the only thing I'm missing right now. Yeah, because I have Titansmiths, I could just do ice right now. Oh yeah, let's do ice. Never mind, we're doing ice first. This is such a better decision. Gotta be careful on magic, though. Since we don't have Fire Rod. Or half magic. Actually, no, it's the opposite. If I had Fire Rod, it would have been worse. So we're okay. Oh, this music is sick. I love this song. I'm always concerned I like jump on tangents, and I'm trying to think of any conversations I wanted to finish before. I can't think of any at the moment, but if there was anything I didn't, finish saying that you were interested in, let me know. If you have any questions at all, let me know. I should just put it like that. So we're going to do another pretty cool glitch. I think this one's actually a more impressive magician trick where I'm going to actually just go through a wall. It's going to be very similar where I'm going to put a red block and kind of like squeeze myself in the right spot. And yeah, it makes the dungeon so much easier. And that's what makes the red cane so powerful. So if you played this game regularly and you went over here, you'd be like, oh, I want that chest. And you're like, how do I get it? What the heck? I want this. I want this. And what you don't know is that you have to make this long trip of like 10 or 15 rooms before you come up those stairs and get this chest, which ends up being the big key. But because we're doing a randomizer, it's not the big key. But I could also, well, then again, this might take a while. Shove myself. There it is. And I just travel through the wall. So now I'm in the back of the dungeon and everything is super easy. Well, it happened to be the big key also. That's pretty funny. If you ever play this game, never push these blocks and go through this door. You will lock yourself out and have to go through the entire dungeon again the long way. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. Go back. Go back this way. This is the correct way to go. But all these chests that I'm getting now, I would have gotten much, much later if I had to go the normal way. So having the red cane in a randomizer is really powerful. It probably saves like 30 seconds. So that's kind of valuable if you're racing somebody. And also, it feels good to kind of feel like you're cheating in a sense. You got a quick Zelda hack to do. Oh yeah, I learned this. That's so cool that you can do that. Oh my god. I don't know how much time that really saves because it looks like it was kind of like lagged the game a little bit, but I'll do that every time. That's pretty cool. Compass. Dude, having gold sword and red mail, like everything is just gonna die so quickly. Got pretty lucky. I don't have a bomb! I'm not happy. How do I wrap around the way I want to? Or do we just say, screw it and skip this item? There's an item if I kill those two guys. Is there any way I can wake them up? No. I'm a god! Okay, you don't understand what I just did. Someone has to clip that for me. I'm a god. I've never done that before. So there's this thing called hovering. So I should have fell down. There's a hole right there, right? That's what that big square is. And you're supposed to fall down. But since I was able to press the dash button and move like one frame at a time, it let me skip the hole. And it was all for a small key. That was amazing. I'm so happy. I've never done that before. Well, there you go. It would have been that big of a deal if I missed it since it was just a small key, but that was sick. I'm so good at this game. You ever just hover for the hell of it? Okay. That was amazing. I still can't believe that happened. I did it thinking there was no shot this would work. Bogers, I'm telling you right now, we're going to be talking about that for a long time. That was pretty crazy. I'm so happy I did that. I actually am a god. Okay, well, we just, you know, hover. No problem. Okay. I must have done like maybe 3 perfect inputs. That must have been what it is. Or maybe even only 2. So in the speed run of the game, there is a place you're supposed to do a hover, and you're supposed to do it over like a large gap, one that you probably have to press 20 perfect inputs, and it's really hard to do. No one really goes for it unless you're like really like a minute away from the world record. It's like the last thing you learn, and so most people don't learn it because how many people are really a minute away from the world record? But I'm so happy that works. I can't wait to show Subtle and Scrap I did that, and Ari. Thank you for the clip. I really do appreciate it. I guess I'm a god. I don't know what else to say. I guess I am. That's... I'm so happy about that. Oh, I gotta go a little bit lower. Oh my god, that's so funny. Well, that just happened. Oh, I got my bombs. I was so worried about bombs, even though I'm going to get them in this dungeon that I'm about to do. So I think we're just looking for the fire rod at this point. It'd be great if we could... Oh, I need the monkey. Monkey, get back here. Ooh, that was a lot of lag when it came to the bomb exploding. I don't think I've ever seen that much lag. But yeah, we're just looking for the fire rod and we're done. Yeah, the Sita has been very, very generous. I'm very happy about it. I don't think we're going to PB and break an hour 20. That'd be pretty hard to do with as few dungeons I have left. Ah! Would you open the damn chest? So... I need some bombs. Okay, we can go for the bomb jump now that we have big key in the front of the dungeon, so that's good. I think that'll work. It won't. Well, good thing I brought more extra bombs. I was just a pixel off. There's a spot you can kind of stand over the hole on the hole just as it explodes. I don't have a small key. I'm an idiot. I'll get that. I'll get that chest later. I have to remember about it, but I'll get it later. So where is my fire rod gonna be? That's a really good question. Nice. I'm already squeezing the controller. Remember I told you guys in the beginning of the stream to tell me if I'm squeezing my controller too much? That's on you guys. No, I'm just kidding. Just gotta like relax and play. Relax. Alright, let's try this again. We got another shot at this. I think that might be too early again. We gotta fix that. If I speedrun. I don't think I'm gonna do any speedruns today. I might do another randomizer though. This was a little too quick, in my opinion. I don't know. Well, I shouldn't say that yet. We haven't found the fire rod yet, so it could be in an absolutely terrible place, so let's not jinx ourselves here. But we got a lot to look around for to see if we can find it. Sprint, please. Alright. Yeah, we'll do the bomb jump now. interesting choice. Yeah, I'm already on it. Go. You know, the more you do it, it's not a terrible bomb jump. It looks really annoying to be pixel perfect, but because I'm buffering it with pause, I have all the time in the world to make sure I'm in the right spot. It just comes down to knowing what to look for on the ground, or whether you use a different kind of indicator, but it's like very intimidating the first time you do it, but once you kind of do it a few times, you're like, it's not that bad. I mess it up maybe, you know, 10% of the time still, but it's really not that bad of a bomb jump to do. I honestly highly recommend anyone that is interested in learning randomizer or speed runs. You just gotta practice just a little bit. But being able to do that bomb jump kind of lets you do the maze only once instead of twice. So it's a lot faster. So I highly recommend it. It will speed up your whatever run you're trying to do. How's everyone else's day going? Today's Saturday, right? I'm not crazy. I have a really hard time keeping track of the days recently, especially with my sleeping habits. Yeah, today's Saturday. Oh yeah, you know what? That's what I kind of wanted to ask chat. Chat, what kind of phone do you guys have? Because I need a new phone. I mean, I'm probably going to get an iPhone. Like, I have been sticking with iPhones just because they're very simple to set up and use, and I really don't use my phone at all. If I was someone that was more complicated, you know, really used it for other things, I probably would get an Android, but you have a Galaxy S8. How do you enjoy your Galaxy S8? You like it a lot? Because that's the other thing. It's like, I really don't mind getting an older model of something. Because they're up to like S10 Galaxies, right? Like that's definitely an older model, Gator. It's kind of getting warm in here. I'm gonna have to turn up my air conditioner. You also have a Galaxy S8. You got some S8 twins in the chat. Interesting. So maybe I'll take a look at the S8. Maybe this was meant to be. It's the only phone I ever had and hasn't fallen apart on me after a year. I've had this... You've had the phone for 5 years. Wow. Both of you 4 to 5 years. That's really good. This thing? I want to say 5 to 6 years myself. But now the battery is absolutely trash. It maybe lasts 2 hours. It's that bad. Not that I really, you know, need a phone, ever use it to call people. Galaxies are built to last. Maybe I should get a Galaxy though. Hey Sadie, how are you? If anyone wanted some more Zelda action, you should definitely go follow Sadie. She's definitely been doing a lot of randomizers lately, and she speedruns the game as well. If that's something you're interested in. This is the worst fight I've ever done in my life, as I'm trying to talk to you. By the way, you might want to ban your last 2 followers. Oh. Okay, thank you. You have 1,000 songs on the playlist download? What did I miss? Let's catch up with chat. The storage is pretty quality too. Oh, this thing's a piece of shit, by the way. My phone is like 16 gigabytes. Remember when phones used to be like 16 or 32 gigabytes? That's what mine is. Oh no, I'm pretty caught up on chat. Oh no, my phone is like that too. It's not as bad as only 2 hours, but my batteries definitely only last half as long as they used to. I mean, your phone is 5 years old, so it kind of like the way the batteries work is it kind of leaks over time and expands, and that's why it sucks. But half is not terrible. Shocked that you're getting all the bots too now. I have bots magnets lately, so I recognize the name. Oh, you're the bot master. You know, as long as they're not like doing anything malicious, is there any reason not to like just have that extra follower? Is that kind of stupid? I don't know. I think it's stupid. I don't know. I don't think it's that stupid, but maybe it is. They are doing malicious things. All right, we're banning them. You got me. You convinced me. Report. No, I can't report. Might have to do it after stream though. How do I get rid of them? I'll link you to the announcement and okay. You can just DM me now if you're interested. I'll look at it after stream though. All right, we're pulling out my Twitch in order to get rid of these guys. Oh, you know what I could do? I'm silly. I could just slash ban. Ha ha ha. Let me show you power. MANOLIA_CAAT. Banned. Alright, what was the other one? Slash ban. MANOLIA_meow. Alright, they're gone. You sent me a long list of bots? Yeah, I would take a look at that. I definitely would. You have to leave now? Alright, Bogers. Well, thanks for hanging out, and thank you for the phone recommendation. I'll catch you later. Good luck with moving. Always pick things up with the legs and not the back. So take your time, take breaks. Don't hurt yourself when it comes to helping with moving. But you are a good friend for helping moving. No, I definitely would check out a list, Sadie, if you sent it to me. Really? I suck. Rip. Could you sprint? While I'm looking at chat link? Oh, they're trying to leak IP addresses? Okay. You're probably right. I probably shouldn't have bots just sitting in my chat. Trying to, I guess, ping people or whatever. Tis fair. Dude, we kind of kicked this Seed's butt. This was a really good run. I'm very happy with this. Very straightforward. Well, I guess we'll see how straightforward it is. Oh my goodness. Stand on the damn button. We still have to find the fire rod, and we're not finding it in this dungeon. I have all the locations already. Alright, yeah, I already have all the items. Oh no. Oh yeah, I could just slash him. I have gold sword. I'm so used to doing NMG strats. Sadie, I did something crazy earlier. I hovered. I actually hovered. I was in Ice Palace, and there is a room where I wanted to get to the left side, and I didn't have bombs to do the bomb jump. And I was like, I guess I have nothing to lose but fall into this hole. And I was like 99% sure I was going to fall, and then I did it. It's probably one of my proudest moments of the last couple days, other than my PB. Or weeks, I should say. Oh, I just did it too earlier today. That's funny. If you use that guide that I sent you, it's really not that bad. Well, that also is a problem. If you don't have Red Cane, then you can't do Icebreaker, but you can still do it with bombs. So I know plenty of people that know with the Red Cane but don't know how to do it with bombs, and it hurts them. It really does. I guess we're doing Desert of Misery. This seed is like very straightforward. Where's this fire rod gonna be? Is it gonna really be a dirty spot? You know what? I guess what we should do is we should do these spots first, just in case I find the fire rod, and then I could just go mode the rest of the game. So we're gonna pray that our fire rod is in here. It's a book. Interesting. It opens up more locations, which is not what I really want, but you know what? Let's go get stuck, I guess. Do we do desert first? Is desert a better dungeon to do in the chance that we can go mode Misery Mire? That kind of makes sense. Alright, we're gonna do that. Nope. Lately, the two things I need to hunt is Book and Cane. Oh, and Boots. Yeah, what can I say, Sadie? That's just how the game works sometimes. We'll just have to, you know, get more practice to having to hunt for one or two items. Getting Fire Rod is sometimes annoying. Yeah, let's do this. This was the right choice. This is an easier dungeon to kind of look for the big key as well as Fire Rod. Okay, that's not good. Now there's only one more item in here. I guess we're gonna go to the mountain to do Hera after this. That means the small key's over here, which is unfortunate. I wonder if going to the front of the dungeon and grabbing that small key would have been faster. I don't know. Alright, let's hope it's on the boss. If not, we'll come back. It's good that we got that small key, but we'll try to bank if there's a 1 in 3 chance that the remaining item is on the boss, then I don't have to do right side of desert. Clunk. Yeah, it's pretty annoying if you don't have boots. I got pretty lucky with it getting it pretty early. That was terrible. Your luck is Lambo usually has a map. It is more likely. We might have to do right side. Oh, I don't have Fire Rod. I always look for Fire Rod there, and there is no Fire Rod to be had. Well, in my case, there is a crystal to get here still. Oh, I missed that one? I missed that shot? Unfortunate. Fire Rod! Oh, it's not a map this time, it's a compass. Alright, we'll go to right side of desert. Yes, it does. It does 2 hits as well. It's just super annoying because of how slow Ice Rod like travels. So I wonder if a more skilled player that's like racing somebody would actually leave this for last and be like, yeah, it's just one item, it can't be Fire Rod. I'll just continue on my way and do Misery Mire and Tower of Hera and like all the right side of mountain that I haven't done with Titan's Myths, because there's a much better chance that the fire rod's over there. And it's just kind of a real pain in the butt to come on this side. Ah. Alright, last check. A mushroom? Well, that's interesting. I'm not exactly happy about it, but that's interesting. What do we got? Ether. See, you do item clusters, but lately I've been doing one-off checks over Skullwoods and get items I need to progress. You know, it sometimes is kind of a 50-50 of like deciding whether you're gonna do like like I haven't done I've done Bonk Rocks, but I haven't done Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb yet, you know? So you have 2 off locations, but I'm gonna save that for last because I try to go for the more dense area, as you said. It's really annoying if you don't have sword beams or fire rod to do that room. So, the friendly mushroom. The mushroom definitely is friendly. So it kind of like is like a 50-50 gamble, you know? You hate Skullwoods. I think if you practice Skullwoods, you're gonna learn that it's actually one of the easier dungeons to do. It's really not that bad of a dungeon once you get used to certain rooms. Because the biggest problem is either the mummies or the wall masters. And I understand that some of those rooms are really annoying, but like once you get it, it's actually one of the easier dungeons in the game, in my opinion. At least I don't mind that dungeon. So, I'll take 5 Skullwoods over a Turtle Rock or an Ice Palace any day of the week. You usually go in there with Fighter's Sword. Yeah, you probably should skip that for now, honestly. If I was you, still like trying to get familiar with the game, I wouldn't go in there unless I got Master Sword or Tempered. And sometimes you can't wait for Tempered because, you know, you have 2 swords in Ganon's Tower and it has to be a Master Sword seed. So, well, you know what? I guess it's a little different for you, right, Sadie? In the sense that when I do a seed and I have to fight Ganon, I know I'm guaranteed Master Sword. But if you're doing a Triforce seed, or if you're doing a Triforce seed or a Pedestal seed, Fighter Sword might be the only sword you need. So I know I'm guaranteed to get 2 swords, and you may not. See, what sucks is when you know where 2 swords are and they need boot. Yeah, well, if you know where the sword is and there are boot slots, like in library, I guess, or you read a hint. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. It happens. Wow, he got me. Oh wow. Do I get this? I still get it. It takes forever for those lamps to go out, I swear. No, I understand what you're saying. You know where 2 swords are, and you're just looking for boots until you finally get it. It happens. Randomizers can be pretty evil sometimes. They really can. What's funny sometimes is you'll see a bow or a glove, and you're never going to get that item, and you end up finding a bow or a glove in like a different location. Vanilla Big Key, by the way. So, what can you do? Yeah, I mean, you could, if you wanted to, you could just do the front of it, or, you know, I probably messed it up anyway, so probably can't do the spooky. If you have 6 hearts and a fighter's sword, there are probably a lot more locations you could be checking. It'd be pretty rare for that to be like your last area to check them. I would much rather do Thieves Town or Pipe Cave or other stuff than doing a 6-heart. A 6-heart Fighter's Sword Skullwoods. I agree with you. I probably wouldn't do it then. If that's really all you have. Yeah. 100%. I mean, you say one-off checks, but like you should have dense areas like Hype Cave or other dungeons. But you can still go to Hype Cave. I'm gonna keep saying Hype Cave. Well, oh, okay, you don't have hook shot. Okay, so you can't do the right side of the mountain then. That actually was the next thing I was gonna ask you if you could do. It's right here, right? Oh! That fireball destroyed me. That's so funny. I got wrecked. I don't know. I guess I would have to see the map. Because that sounds like you have a very few items for only one-off checks left. But I'd have to see it. By the way, where is my fire rod? I'm kind of getting beat up here without a fire rod. I had mid, so I could do west side of Dark World, but with that hammer, couldn't do east side. Right. Sounds like you didn't really have that much. It sounds like you started the seed then, if you don't have Dark World access yet. Like, if you're in the first half hour, then there's a good chance you might have to do last checks. So, it sounds a little early to be complaining that, you know, you happen to pick the wrong direction when it comes to things. When I talk about last checks, I'm talking about, like, I'm an hour and a half in, and I've gone through every pendant dungeon and every crystal dungeon, and I still can't find Fire Rod. So that seems a little too early to be being like, hey, I just didn't go to the correct place yet. You know what I mean? So. But yeah, that happens sometimes, you know? You just are checking every location, and you can't do Aga like you said, but you have to last check Agino or something. The seeds are never easy. Like, that's the whole point. Is you gotta look around everywhere. Mirror and Spectacle Rock is pretty nasty. Especially if you don't have hookshot yet. You have really no good reason to come to the mountain. So that's actually pretty nasty to think about. I would agree with that. That's pretty dirty. Alright, I should not have done that. Alright, I should not have greeted that, but I did because I'm a psycho. I should not have greeted that block. I should have pulled out the cape much sooner. It would have been a good fail. That's pretty funny though. Didn't even save that much magic. That's funny. That's like the first time I've ever seen a guard there. Like, I guess it makes sense since it's a bush. Oh, like south of the dig spot? Is that what you're referring to? Okay. But that's what I'm saying is if you don't do Skull Woods, you can check all those locations, right? You decide whether you're going to go into Thieves Town or not. You check the 3 in Dark Kakariko. You do Dig Spot. Well, you didn't have Mirror yet, right? You did mention that before. Where was your mirror? That's always annoying to have to go back to a location like South of Grove and you've already done Dig Spot and Hype Cave and etc. So I can see that being annoying. I can't tell if you're enjoying these or not, Sadie, or you just enjoy explaining how much travel you had to do to find stuff. You know what I mean? Let me get rid of these guys. Are you having fun or are you not having fun? Okay. I can understand that then. I'm happy I did that first try. That was pretty cool. Alright, that's a fair answer. Yeah. No, I totally get it. It definitely depends on the seed whether you're going to have fun or not. No, I totally get that. Here's my fire rod. I could have gone to Hera a lot sooner, so that's interesting. I didn't have Hammer until when? When was Hammer? Hammer was after I went to Eastern. Nah, I made the right call. Unless someone actually was a psycho and decided, like, I'm right here next to, I'm impressed. Right next to Sahasrara, and I'm gonna do it now versus going up the mountain, which ended up being nothing. I think there's a possibility that I could have gotten that a lot sooner, but I would have had to do like everything perfect. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Hammer seeds are missing hammer is very annoying. You are very closed off of what locations you have because you don't have hammer, because hammer is so important, but at the same time, it's really nice to have hammer. So it sometimes is a blessing. Because if you only have so many locations to check for the hammer, like a small amount because hammer blocks so much, it actually is sort of a blessing. It allows you to only have to check so many locations. I hope that makes sense, what I said. Does that make sense? Did I say it correctly? I hope so. I was actually already here, so I think I got one item out of it. Which ended up being the Red Cane. Oh, that's interesting. If I didn't early dip this... There's a lot of different paths that I'm like trying to imagine if I was racing somebody, if I would be like a little bit stressed about that. Because if they ended up getting Fire Rod, then they wouldn't have had a double dip Skull Woods. It's interesting. That magic would have been nice, right? Eh. It's a good thing I have Gold Sword and I can just do spike damage anyway. Get out of there. Get out of there, you son of a bitch. What a jerk. Oh my god. Look at her. Well, I need Hammer to do my last pendant, Ice Palace. I need something to do Aga to make Red Bomb easier. Hammer, Master Sword, or Cape. I don't think Hammer works on Aga. Why do you have to do Aga? Oh, to get so that way you can do the Red Bomb? Oh. I have I have anticipated that before. I'm impressed you thought of that. Because sometimes that is a pretty loopy reason to need to do Aga without having Dark World access if you need to be able to deliver the Red Bomb. That's pretty crazy if that's where your Hammer or First Glove is, I guess. I've never seen that happen. Right, you have Moon Pearl. I know, but you still don't have, like, natural Dark World access or something. Yeah, I don't know. But you have Titansmiths? Right, you're just missing Hammer. Right. So if Hammer ended up being in, if you really cannot find flippers and go around off the top, then yes. You would have to beat Aga in order to hand in the Red Bomb. But honestly, that's the last thing I would be thinking about at the moment. I would just be like doing all the single locations. That would probably be the last thing I would do, honestly. Is beat Aga just so I can deliver the Red Bomb. The Red Cane. Yeah, you definitely can. It's actually easier. You deliver the Red Bomb by swimming here, and then there's a pathway right here. There's a ladder, and then you'd have to climb up this way. Yeah. You can swim and... there's actually one over here, too, if you were interested, but this one would probably be a little faster, so you can walk that up. But yeah, that's possible. But yeah, there's also one here. A ladder. Yeah. There's a lot of small things like that you just gotta know, unfortunately. And there really isn't too much of a guide. Very fun. Yeah, it can be. Let me do this. Okay, where's my big key gonna be? I might give this seed to a couple of my friends to see how they do. If Pod doesn't have my hammer, I have to do Skullwoods, the second red crystal, so I'll keep that in mind. Alright. I don't know why I'm so bad at this room. It's really not a hard room. But I always, like, whiff on hitting those pegs down. A second shield, why thank you. I do have the other one, nice. Oh my god, get in there. Get in between the blocks, please. You know, it's kind of a blessing in disguise, but now that I have my setup that I'm only using OBS and I kind of have the web browser closed, I don't know how many viewers I have, and I think that's low-key a good thing. That way it'll just like consistently, I'll just imagine that I have a few viewers, and I'll just be able to. This logic's hard. Yeah, trust me. There are some that are very tricky, but at the end of the day, you'll know where all the items are and say to yourself, did I make all the right decisions? It's kind of how this always goes. Oh no. Wow, this was terrible. And I don't have that many arrows either. He shot the... Oh my god. Alright, be careful, please. Yep. Okay. I've never seen that. I did not know that the BMOS laser can eliminate arrows. Today I learned. Wow, that was pretty bad. Wow. I can't believe I didn't get hit by one of the spikes. See, the biggest thing that I'm afraid of when I think to myself I have to do Fighter's Sword for Skull Woods is that I should have grabbed those arrows. Is fighting Mothula. It takes 16 slashes. So if you can get a spin attack off at the beginning, that's great, but do what I say, please. You know what? Yeah, I'll save the blue potion. Yeah. I would be careful about that, that's all. Like, if you could do, like, the front of Skull Woods, maybe? Or do partial of it, you might be able to find something lucky that way. If you really want to, if you're still there. I probably would be doing pod most of the time in that scenario. But you could jump into the front of it and hope to get the 2 locations that are in there. Because maybe it's in the front. There's only... Ooh. Oh, I see what I did now. Get him. It always depends on where you are and how many locations are in your proximity. And if there's only 2 locations in Skull Woods, I might try. I don't know. It's kind of hard to make suggestions for you without like being in the room with you. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard. Because you can finish pod, right? Like you're gonna travel all the way to pod, and you have bow, lantern, and hammer at this point, right? Can I say that thieves with green tunic, fighter sword, 6 stars and 5? So when it comes to Thieves Town, you do have to recognize that no matter what sword you have, it's always you're always going to have to slash blind with 9 slashes, whether you have. Can you clip that for me, Sadie? That was pretty funny. I'll go back and clip it if you're in the middle of something. That's fine. But that was pretty funny. It didn't react like I blew up the wall. Oh no. Oh my god, I'm terrible at this. Oh no, it's another bot. Are you a bot? Talk to me. If you're not a bot, talk to me. All the Manolias. You're a bot, I know you are. I'm 2 clips of this stream, let me tell you. I was not ready to, because I was so sure that the bomb blew it up because I heard the sound effect, the da 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 da, and then all of a sudden there was still a crack there. That was pretty funny. Clip got, thank you, I appreciate it. This is not how you do this. Oh God. I think I got a triple off the first one, and then I blew the next 2 cycles of Agatu. That's really bad. I don't know. Manolia bots are rampant right now. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. Well, I banned it immediately. I don't know if you guys can see it in chat. I think you have to be a moderator to see it, but it does say on my screen, CoinChaser banned this person, so. They are gone. I missed. I always forget about that if I do not go to fight Armos, the bats are in a different position. I always forget that. Magnolia means... Well, I think of Magnolia the flower when I hear Magnolia. But clearly that's not the same thing. Oh, I should be... They were in the tower. I was almost too late with that first spin. I got lucky. Nice. That's usually a hard one to get. I was very happy I got that. Yeah, I can't get that guy. I'm gonna have to wait. Okay. That was a good fight. That last one, I probably should have been on the other side. I could have been daring, but I decided to wait. GG's. GG's. Yeah, I'll take a 148.11. 146.19 is what the emo tracker says. Can you please break us 3 up? Thanks. No problem. What was the last bot so you can ban? Manolia Lunar. Oh, I see. It's not... It's kind of like blocked off, huh? I just imagine opening a Manolia... Oh! A Manila envelope. Okay. And there's a piece of paper inside with a whole... Wanna be famous spam messages? That's the plan. Ah, I get it now. Good one, Gator. I like that. I do. So what do you guys think? Should we do another seed, or should I just continue playing Minish Cap? What are your thoughts? Do we want to see me in pain doing the same game, or do you want to see me in pain doing a new game that I don't know how to beat? Well, what is our vote? There you go. I got an idea. How long? Duration a minute. I'll set it to like 3 minutes. Hey, what's going on? Well, I like the pains. It definitely is a win-win, so please vote accordingly. If you would prefer to see me struggle through Minish Cap, I got beat up the last time I was playing. I did not know where I was going up the mountain, and I died. And when I started at the beginning of the mountain, Raccoon, I was like, I'm done, and I ended the stream. I rage quit stream right there when I died there. So, where are you in Minish Cap? I just explained it. I was just climbing the mountain. I just got the gloves. You're up to watch more rando. Alright, well, vote accordingly, I suppose. Yes, second temple. Exactly. Do you want the seed I was griping about? I really prefer doing the seeds that are Ganon goal. So, I'm okay, Sadie, but I appreciate it. Gator, I think you were the deciding vote, or otherwise I'm going to be the deciding vote. Yeah, I try to play as much of the game as I can, so... We didn't do any of Eastside Death Mountain. Any of it. We didn't do Hookshot Cave, we didn't do... Super Bunny Cave, didn't do Turtle Rock at all. Yeah, this is a very interesting seed. What does the oop mean? Did you mean to click the other one, Gator? Or are you oop because I called you out? It seems like a... Oh, because I called you out. Well, you were the deciding votes. I needed a third party. So, you were that third party. Well, I do need to head off again. Alright, Sadie. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. And as I said before, she is also a Link to the Past player, speedrunner. And if you want to give her a follow, she just became affiliate. So, if you want to show her some love, do that. Let me do this. Oh, I almost spelled it wrong. There it is. Well, she does also play Skyward Sword, to be fair. I think she just finished it. So I don't know if you're going back to get all the remaining quarters of hearts or something. But... Yep, definitely check her out. How are you, Raccoon? It's been a few minutes. How are you? To be fair, it's been a few minutes since I've streamed, so it's hardly your fault. You're okay? Good. Oh, that's right. You're speedrunning harp percent. So what is your PB in that, and what is your what is the goal and world record at the moment? If you have to head off, no problem. You don't have to answer the questions, but you got me curious now. You're okay? Good. You're moving. I feel like everyone has been moving over the last, like, 6 months. Everyone I talk to is either in the process of moving. King of Bogers was just here, and he's helping somebody else move. It's a very common theme for the last few months. But that's really good that you're settled. And now you're buying furniture. Hey, buying anything new is really exciting, so I'm glad. I'm glad. Right. And yep, our friend Solid Tony also just moved. He actually moved on down south to Georgia, I think. Yeah, exactly, Gator. He's just another one added to the list of people that I know have moved. So, exactly. No, I can think of at least 2 or 3 other people that are in the process or are looking to move or have just moved, you know, whatever, all the above. It's pretty crazy. What? Did you say something? Oh, do you want me to put on the? Okay, okay, okay. I know what Rargoy wants. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I know what Rargoy wants. It's you know what it is. I just like forget to turn it on and off, and it's just better to be off because if I accidentally leave it on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Ah, we're on.
Bruh.
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 Bruh. Bruh. How are you, Rargoy? What's new with you? I think we're all stuck inside for a year and had nothing to do but to think about where we want to be instead of here. That's a fair point. I agree with that. Your life is complete. Well, there you go.